Hi guys. Sorry I'm a little late. I was just getting some things done and I was watching the time and it was like, "Oh, we are, you know, gotta hurry up." And trying to find all of the cards that I wanted. So, let's see. Is this still just want to make sure it's not frozen? Let me check on the other, I've got to marry up one side to the other here. All right, let me see what's going on with this. Okay, there we go. So anyway, you guys, I hope you I've got some new layout here going on. The kitty in the corner. So I've been busy getting some new things for the channel to make it dazzle it up a little bit. Um, let's see. So let me get comfortable here, you guys. I'm not long out of the shower. My hair's still a little wet. That's a part of what the deal was. I was getting ready and make sure I had my drinks and all that good stuff. I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, I did hear about Trump, by the way. And hey, Rain, nice to see you. And you know, he's gonna have he attracts only the best. He attracts crazy stuff. I think he's a chaos magnet. Really is. So let me just grab a few more decks here. I have such a mess on my bed, y'all. It's like my bed, my office. It's just too much. All right. I always get a ton of decks out and I don't use the half of them, but you never know, right? Anybody want some kitty cat snacks? Bear recommends. Isn't it wild? Unicorn and rainbows. I just wanted to let you know it will be while I'm chatting with y'all, I'm gonna be looking through here for okay, I see like Lynette and unicorn and rainbows. Okay, I've got your questions. So just for right now, it is wild about Trump. But do you remember, you may have forgotten, do you remember when he was in office? And I've said this before, there was a man that burned himself alive on the White House lawn. He, it was awful. He just attracts weird energy. And there was a woman that had, while he was in office as well, ran her car into the barricades there at the White House as well. It's not the first time. Craziness. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, when you project that kind of crazy, don't be surprised when crazy comes back at you. And I had to really think about that. And at first I thought this was false. I thought this was, you know, uh, something staged, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the truth of the matter is, and we'll look at that a little later, but I think the truth of the matter is that he just, when you think about it, and you don't need to have some kind of far out thing, he's attracted some very strange behavior out of people. So yeah, well, WTF is right. Um, so we're going to look at before I take questions, which is at the second half of the show, is I'm going to be looking at, like I said, Laura. Oh, this might be an entertaining one for tonight. Laura Loomer. And I'm going to look at the future of the Republican Party. She's a very divisive little lady. And I'm going to be looking at what Trump's various family members think of her and what her future is with him. Got it, Rain Mountain. So I will be looking at that. I just want to let you know ahead of time, please ignore any wound vac noise, doors closing, maybe because I have family, you know, here that are using the home, and I can't completely lock them out of the living room, kitchen, dining area. Um, so let's just see. Which color, you guys? I wanted this to be lighter, not so intense. There we go. I like that better. Oh, your grandmother. Thank you. I was taking a little extra time tonight, and that was part of the reason why I ran late, was I've not often worn this hot pink eye makeup because a woman of my age, 57, we don't usually wear these colors, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to be having the pink sakura stuff. I'm doing it. So thank you. And yes, the black cat is in the house. Meow. I hope you guys like the newest little kitten in this is called a camera out um, overlay frame. And hello, Isadora. Thank you for modding as always. So that's what we're going to look at. And I think that should be interesting. So we're going to have, forgive me as I shuffle things around here, including the camera. We're going to be looking at Laura Loomer. By the way, I wrote down my tomb. Look at this, y'all. Anyway, I wrote down, I did my homework. Oh, thank you, Renee Lopez. You're so sweet. If you saw me close up, I have very, very fine lines in here. I do have good genetics, but also I find, and I would suggest this to anybody over 45, to use light reflective makeup. It helps to diminish and cast, it collects light and kind of buffs out certain hard lines. It really is amazing stuff. And also make sure that you use moisturizer. Please do. Okay, so like y'all, yeah, I wrote down some notes on Laura. Um, and I got her birth date. And I'm not surprised looking at her birth chart and her just, she's a Gemini, and she also has a Gemini moon and a Leo ascendant with a Taurus midheaven. She also has Mercury in Gemini. The foundation, I don't use much foundation. I really am very, very lucky. Yes, Renee, an oil is very good. I use different oil for the face, that's made for the face that's out there. Anything, that's decent will do. And just to touch on that real quick, and a silk pillowcase is wise. There's nothing like waking up with a big line that's on your face the rest of the day, and it will contribute to wrinkles down the line, And if you don't have really resilient skin in your family, if it's very crepey, um, it's something you definitely want to invest in. A silk pillowcase. You can get them off of Amazon for a good price, usually when they have their sales. And the foundation I use primarily, what was that one I just got that I really, really like? For one thing, it's the concealer, because I don't, like I said, I use the concealer for my trouble areas, and then I don't have to use foundation full face. Hey, James. Good to see you. Hey. Um, I use, and I want you to write this down. It took me so long to find the right concealer. Natasha Denona. And it's peach. high glam concealer. It is the best. Yes. Yes. And the other thing is make sure that you use find it in your color. It's the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. It's really good, and I can't recommend. Yeah, if you're fair like me, but you have kind of a warm undertone in your skin, the peach concealer, just you're pale. You're pale like me. I have really a lot of discoloration. Sorry, guys, I'm going to hijack this for a moment. I have a lot of discoloration on my under eye and my eye. It's like seriously like a almost like a light tea, a light orange color. My husband thought I was wearing eye makeup one time, and it was not. It was just my natural discoloration. But to even to the skin tone here, to here, that peach color from Natasha Denona nails it like nothing I've been ever able to find in years. I've been 14 years old putting on makeup. So, yes, and use SPF 50. Make sure it's a good one that doesn't have like harmful chemicals that some of those SPFs are not so great. Yes, Elf does make a good, we'll have to have a night where we just have a makeup night. But anyways, guys, I'll get back to it. But just remember the Natasha Denona because you can use it for your trouble spots and then let your skin breathe. Um, and I like Huda Beauty as well. All right. So she has got so much Gemini, Laura Loomer. Oh, yes, I was going to write that down. I use every depuff thing I can find, and I'm still puffy. It's just the fat shifts once you age from your eye down seriously here. And I can't afford, and I don't want to have any kind of surgery on I'm just going to have to deal with my age and hide these puffy bags the best I can. Let's see, Laura Loomer and President Trump, former President Trump. And I'm just going to write Donald Trump. I never even like to call him. And Donald Trump. Let's see, plus the future of the Republican Party. There we go. Ta-da! All right. Thank you. I do have good skin. I also have been taking, I know I said I wasn't, I was good. I'm just going to say it real fast. Um, especially for healing, yeah, I'm including a little collagen gummy, hoping that it does something. I think does give my body a bit of a boost and my skin some. And I drink a lot of water. I need to drink more, but drinking a lot of water as well as my ginger ale. That's my guilty pleasure. Okay. So I was just simply stunned. She has what do they call that? A stellium in Gemini. And it's in her sun, of course, and her moon and her Mercury. Unbelievable. And she has Leo and Mars, which I also have, which means like this woman would have a hot temper. Um, she has Aries and Venus. So she's very passionate. But she also has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets that are retrograde. That's a lot. I'm no I'm still a novice with astrology, but I know enough a working knowledge that helps me with my tarot. And I'm just so curious to know more. And I'm trying to learn more. It really, as I said, really does help me with my readings. So I'm going to ask if she's having an affair with DT, and I'm going to be asking how Melania feels about her. I can't imagine, though, Melania is jealous or anything, but it's embarrassing. So I don't think she probably cares for this too much. And I'm going to be asking if this is going to affect Donald Trump's standing with his ride or dies, because there's a lot of people among them that don't like her, that she's going to one day offend. So far, she's making the rounds. Yeah. And I want to see how Ivanka feels about her. I bet she doesn't like her either. She doesn't like anyone that vies for her father's time and attention. So I'm going to see if she's going to be, and I think she already is kind of fracturing the Republican Party. So we're going to take a look at that. And this time I'm having black cherry ginger ale. That's a good treat. It's quite sweet though. All right. So let me get my cards. I'm going to use a different deck tonight. And this one's called the New Look Tarot Oracle, or Guide. Sorry. Here's the booklet. And this is the back of the deck. And this happens to be the Seven of Pentacles. I really like it. The only problem is it is glossy and it has a wee bit of a glare. It is good. It tastes like, do you remember I used to eat the whole friggin' roll, and I still would. The cherry lifesavers, that flavor. Oh my gosh, it tastes like that. It's really good. Okay. So let's focus in on Laura Loomer. I'm going to just prop up this heavy thing so I can see the questions I can put here. There we go. Okay. Now, she recently went to Trump. No, I'm sorry. She recently went to the 9/11 memorial with Trump. And she was, most people know, someone that was saying that it was an inside job. And she's there more or less as his date. And she's been flying on Air Force One and, getting really chummy. She's very touchy-feely. How she must be nose blind is the only thing I can say. Oh, and by the way, tonight, you probably can't see this, but I am wearing my Madam President badge. It says Harris 2024. There we go. Okay. This deck is it's made of thicker cardboard. So it's not very flexible, and I will probably end up peeling it from the way I shuffle. I also found it interesting that Laura Loomer's Chinese zodiac sign is the rooster. So how appropriate. She chases after people like a rooster. She's got the same mentality, kind of aggressive. And let me see. Oh, her birth path number is 3, her name number is 5, and her life path is A3. So I like to bring numerology into it. Yeah, she does sleep in a different room, different floor. I bet. I bet you she's away as much as possible in at a different house or something. Unicorn Rainbow says, "Oh yeah, I remember having Lifesaver in my childhood, and someone had given me a cute little gift out of a pack of them. They are still cute. I really like them. I still do." Um, so let's just see what we get with Laura Loomer. What is she having an intimate affair? It's kind of, I try not to think about it too much, but is she having an intimate affair with Donald Trump? That'll be our first question. Is Laura Loomer having an intimate affair with Donald Trump? And all of this is alleged for entertainment purposes only, because it's an entertainment channel. Okay. Man. Okay, Laura Loomer. Is she having a physical affair with Donald Trump? You're feeling a bit nostalgic now. Yes, she is Roller Girl 808. 808. She is a 9/11 truther. Thank you, Isadora. Yes, please do like and subscribe if you happen to catch this. If you want to chat, I've got it on the lowest amount of minutes for you to subscribe, and then you can join the chat, which is 5 minutes. So that's what I've set it to. Here she is. She's showing up in her own reading, y'all. This is a yes. She is, what did I tell you about all the Gemini stellium that she has? Here she is as the Queen of Swords. Boom. To me, this is a yes. Okay, but I read in pairs. I always say that. Two of Swords. They come to a crossroads where something's got to give. There has to be a decision that's going to be made with this, I think, physical pairing. I'm getting the Ace of Wands. I think it's going to come out. And the Four of Cups. Okay, yeah. Ace of Wands. And then we get someone that's, there's some new energy coming in where someone's going to pull back a bit and feel a bit disconnected. And it's her. Maybe some of these people who would like her to hit the highway are going to have some influence with him. They've been trying, but I also just get that she doesn't care with that Four of Cups and the Ace of Wands, that she's going to be active with that Ace of Wands in regard to the question of a physical affair and doesn't care. Sometimes it takes me a moment, you guys, because I am trying to do three things at once. But yeah, it's like, boom. Okay, that makes more sense too. That she doesn't care. We know that about her. If there's anything that's true, this woman does not care. She gets the Chariot. This is the travel. Oh, and the Five of Cups. There's going to be some kind of regret. I don't know. Maybe that Four of Cups. Well, she's definitely disconnected, doesn't care, but she might kind of burn her bridges here. With that Chariot and the Five of Cups. Let's pull a few more. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, and the Hierophant. This is an agenda. Sorry, guys. Just suddenly, and this has been happening sometimes. Um, yeah, the internet on my side failed, and it's like, man, I'm paying enough. Cable Comcast is the best that we have, but that certainly was not the best connection I've ever had. Sorry about that. Glad that you're all still here and hanging on. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying before I was so rudely frozen and dropped was that she's getting the Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant, and this goes with the conservative talking points and a plan. And I think she's in his ear. Okay, I'm just going to check and make sure that on the other side we're all good. So I hope you guys can see me. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what this sorrow or this regret is. This Five of Cups around the Chariot. Maybe that he's not going to win. I just thought of that because she'd had all these plans. I feel like she half doesn't fancy herself as if he would win, she would like to be his first lady. She's only like 31 years old. She was born May 21st, 1993. And yeah, the plastic surgery she's had, she's so young. And unfortunately, when you have plastic surgery that young, when there's that it kind of extends it, you look older. You look older than it does not help you. It makes you look older. Does not make you look rested. Not that kind anyway. So I'm getting that yes. Yeah, that's for sure unicorn and rainbows. YouTube can be very bouncy. And plus, this is, StreamYard. So it's another server going and connecting on. So those little things, yeah, they call it pillow face. Her fillers have migrated too. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Folks, that stuff moves around as you age and they can't get it out. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Just limit what you do if you have to have something like that done. So I'm getting that, yeah, but let's just throw it again because she popped up right away when I asked, is she having a physical, intimate affair? And I'm getting a yes, but I think that she's going to have some disappointments with him. How she tolerates the smells, what I should be asking. She must be nose blind. Okay, let's see. So, how will this affair with Trump and Loomer end? Yeah, I know. It nauseates me too. I feel like I need a bath. And I just had one. Okay. How will this end for her with Trump? How will this end for Laura Loomer with Trump? And if I should lose uh, internet again, hang on. I'll be trying to get back on. Well, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is about giving and taking, helping one another, but also money being potentially exchanged. And justice. Ooh, ooh, that's concerning. Is she going to help the law or is she going to help him to deal with some of his legal issues? I don't know how she could possibly do that. She doesn't have the intelligence. She's in la la land. So I'm going to take it that he's going to need help because of her. There's something that's going to come up as a legal matter, and it involves money. And oh, I would say probably campaign money with this element of the six of Pentacles, because it can be about like donation, charitable, and her in connection to money is what I'm being showed. And I'm getting the Nine of Swords. There's a great deal of worry and anxiety, again, over a plan. Um, and I think her choice of getting close to him, her plan and how to do that as well. Um, she is scheming, if nothing else. But she's showing a great deal of anxiety, and she's going to be reconsidering, looking at how things are going, kind of taking a pause with that Seven of Pentacles for her on her efforts. Huh. Now I'm asking, what is her future? And there's the Knight of Cups, but there's also Judgment, holding somebody to account. Maybe she's going to lose some of this enchantment with him, or feel like he's not done what he said he was going to do for her, because I think she wants something out of him for sure. There's no way somebody her age would want somebody that stinks, and that's an old granddad, and does not. Ugh. Anyways, highly suspect. She has the Ten of Cups and the Hanged Man. Something is not going to play out the way she expected, and she's going to have, I think, some realization, some different understanding, to have to look at things in a different light. And that is her expectations of the Ten of Cups and their closeness. He's using her, and she's using him. Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So there is definitely going to be and I got this before in my reading off camera about her continuing to say, yeah, it is really fairly transactional, but I feel like she's going to continue to say really, how could she shut up, really things that anger people, like Lindsey Graham, like MTG, and these are some core people that are too cowardly or too stupid, like Marjorie, to be able to think for themselves. But I think that part of it is going to be that they could grow, their support of Trump could weaken as a result of association with her. So let's see. We know that the people that his fellow Republicans don't like her. That's a fact. She's a liability, a big mouth. That's a loose cannon, saying stuff that they don't want being out there. Marjorie Taylor Greene certainly doesn't want everyone to know about her Arby's kitty cat. And yeah, I'm afraid so, Sean G. Also, yeah, we have Lindsey Graham, not a big fan, but he's such a wuss. I can't imagine he won't, even stand up to somebody that Trump, and he knows what kind of guy he is. It beggars the mind. So let me just see. I know what I want to ask. Are the Republicans supporting Trump because they really have destroyed that Republican Party? are they going to affect Trump and Loomer, their relationship? Is Trump going to back away, in other words, from her? He's such a double downer. I can't imagine. Because tea is like, yes, nice big mug of tea would be good. I am with you. I'll have to settle with a ginger ale, so I can't complain, but a warm drink would be nice. Um, what was I saying? So, oh yes, I want to see if Trump is going to just defy everyone's grumbling about her, because I think he thinks she's funny and clever, and they get each other. I mean, looking at her chart, I'd say she's very dialed into him. Very dialed into him. It's very weird. What was it? Her true node is in Sagittarius, and it's retrograde. So I wanted to look at that later. I wanted to study more about that. So note to self, I'm kind of saying it out loud. Any astrologers out there, pipe in with what that would mean. I would appreciate it. All right. So is Laura going to be left in the dust, or is Trump going to stand by her side? Donald Trump, is he going to continue with Miss Laura, or is he going to use her and toss her aside like an old tissue? Ace of Swords. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's the Nine of Swords. Ooh, she's going to have a great deal of anxiety. And the Five of Swords. Oh, I think there is going to be some fighting going on here, especially with the Nine of Swords and the anxiety. And the Five of Swords. That is no bueno. That is lost. She loses some standing there. Mm-mm-mm. And then has the Four of Pentacles, so trying to hold on, and the Five of Wands. There's the fighting. I thought that Five of Swords was the Five of Wands, but then I looked again, and now I get the Five of Wands. Look at that, you guys. So I see him doubling down right here, holding on, and I think arguing. He doesn't want to be told what to do. And this is the worry, I feel like, out of the Republican Party about her, the loose cannon and all of that, and that she's just going to bring, voice getting a little scratchy, sorry, just going to bring them down because she's calling them out, just like Trump. She's like a female Trump. It would be like a brawl. Yes. I think maybe that's how this should, after Trump could just do the circuit for the WWE and she could be his side chick. It's about as there she is, the Queen of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Oh, I wonder if some money is going to come her way. Daddy, give me some money. Sorry. I try not to do that. The Nine of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, but at the end of the day, she's going to feel some kind of way. She is. The Nine of Pentacles shows, sorry, my necklace is turned around, that she's going to feel a little bit put through the mill with this campaign. I'm getting with the Ace of Pentacles. So there you go. and she's helping him. He's like, but I depend on her. He's not going to give her up very easily, much to the chagrin of the Republicans. Mm-mm. And I got that before too off camera, that he would not just drop her like they would like. I even see family trying to convince him, and I just don't think he's going to do it. So not in the near future anyway. She's going to hang around for a while longer. All right, let's see about if Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to lose any respect for Trump. Will she, or is she just jealous? And I meant to also see, so I do think, by the way, that he is going to be pressured, and it will affect. They're not going to like it, but knowing them, the Republicans, they'll probably just schlep along. I don't see them doing anything to like stopping their support of him, because he's their only candidate that they had to choose from, which is awful. I mean, geez. Okay. So let's take a look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. I in particularly want to see if her love of Trump is going to be tarnished by her adversary, Laura Loomer. Oh, the Ten of Swords. So we see a painful ending and its loss, but a new day. So, and it's paired with the Wheel of Fortune. There could be a change in her loyalty there. She's going to feel really, I think, burned, maybe personally. The Fool. A new day, like what I said. There's something new coming with Marjorie. And the Seven of Cups delusion. The Fool. Is it going to be that she realizes that she was a deluded fool? I think she's still going to be deluded, but she might realize at least. I think there is, Sean. Their party changed. I'm old enough to remember when the Republican Party was just very conservative, and that they would work across the aisle for the common good. Pardon me, my allergies are playing me up, y'all. So it's changed so much. Now we just have this splintering of extremism, and it doesn't serve our nation because nobody's working across the aisle. They're too busy, fighting. It's so dumb. So Trump has basically taken a wrecking ball. Yeah, I miss it too. Where you could talk with your relatives and friends that maybe weren't in the same party that you were, but there would be a common respect. There could be heated, passionate disagreement, but not like this. And I think we all know that. So, back to the tea. This delusion and the Fool makes me feel like with change and a painful ending that is just really, truly, emotionally a very difficult thing to endure for her. So I see Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think in time, because this is a 10 and it is the end of the cycle, will have some sort of significant change with the Wheel of Fortune, which is, regarding excuse me, I'm looking for that hand lotion. My hands are dry. Um, I do think that she's going to be d disillusioned a little bit here, not and quite a bit, but something's going to change, and it's coming, and it's destined to happen with the Wheel of Fortune. That's when I get that card and I see it, it's the signal to me that this was a Earth life agreement that you came to the Earth to do. This is part of your, gotta hit that note, this is part of one of the things that you were meant to experience. So I'm seeing something shift for sure. And it's a painful ending that they're just going to, I think where she's concerned, something was definitely going to change. And she might start saying, he's a fool and he will let you down. There's the Three of Pentacles. She's working with a group of people, a small group of people. And the Tower, y'all. Oh, and right, Roller Girl? Exactly. I agree, Sean. It's like, can we just have some decorum? Let's be adults. Get shit done, you know? Get things right for the future generations, and something we can say, worked hard, and people will have a better life after me because of that. That'd be awesome. I don't care what party you're in, as long as you're working for the American people and helping them, not millionaires. I'm good. Yeah, Bobart, classy dame. Anyway, look, she's going to be working with a small group of people that bring the Tower. Something comes, boom, and it is disruptive. It is not anticipated. She's going to be part of something here that is not favorable to him. The Devil. Can you believe these cards? Woo, it's smoking tonight. Y'all, I did my prayers before I got in the shower, and I did and I was like, help me to read clearly. I always try and do this. It's part of my prep. But I'm like, more prep work. It's helping. But look at the cards. And the Ten of Pentacles, that's a whole lot of money. Ooh, there's corruption. Maybe she's going to start pointing out some dark money matters. We'll leave it broad like that. I find that to be wise, but it's definitely showing us the Ten of Pentacles, the highest you can go, the completion card. Again, so many completion cards. Always also look for numbers repeating. It's a message. So the tarot is not just the tarot. It's also some astrology and numerology. If you're wise, you'll really can glean a little bit more sometimes out of what you're reading. It's stunning. It really is. Anyway, back to this. So we have some negative attachments here. Negative attachments to a lot of money. Dun, dun, dun. So Marjorie Taylor Greene ain't going to be loving Trump forever. Something's coming that's going to put a bad taste in her mouth. Probably should have said that. Sorry. Anyway, lipstick time for a moment, y'all. I hate it when my lips get dry. It makes me just a little bit unhappy. And of course, I put it out. This one will do. So that's interesting. Wow. I would have never thought that. It looks like she's going to be working with some other people to, I think, bring an end to Donald. Wow. I never thought I would ever say that. Marjorie Taylor Greene? Let's just look at that again. I just can't believe it. But that was so effing clear. Pardon my language, y'all. It was so clear. So okay. is Marjorie Taylor Greene going to collaborate with other disenchanted Republicans that supported Trump through thick and thin, despite the cost to their own personal reputations? All the ones like Lindsay, especially, that were saying what a piece of work he was. I don't know how they can do that. It's like Lindsay I'm kind of on board with her. It's kind of like Lindsay, just admit it. We all know. We don't care. You can do that this day and age. It's all right. But he probably couldn't. I don't know. I can't imagine any of his constituents are fooled. I grew up in a small town in Missouri, a very, very small town. And I know how people in certain parts of America think. I do. And it includes the South. And, you know, yeah, let's just see again. Is MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, going to drop Trump like a hot potato after much pain and suffering? Because we know that Loomer isn't going to let up. And Trump has never given Marjorie, I think, the kind of love. Oh, God. I'm sorry. That she's wanted. She's really supported him. I think it's possible. So let's just take a look again. The Ten of Pentacles and, oh my God, what's this other one? The Lovers. The money. She's going to be partnered up with somebody around the money. That's, I think, probably the RNC funds that he's using to pay his bills with, like a checkbook. I don't know. For people that claim to be conservative, it's the antithesis. The antithesis. They're supposed to want like less government interference, but all Trump does is bring more control and into people's uteruses even. Anyways, Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's getting that small group again. The number 3 is going to be significant. She had the 3 of Pentacles before. She's got the 3 of Pentacles again. I thought this was Cups. It's a new deck to me. I should have realized that with the discs. But there she is collaborating. I asked if she would be collaborating. Yes, I'm getting that Spirit wants to talk. 2 of Pentacles, juggling. And this can also be instability. They're juggling something, though. This group, that are collaborating. What are they doing? They're juggling something. And I think that this is going to be very hush hush. I don't, behind the scenes. And they're doing something with money. Okay. I just struck me with the 2 of Pentacles. They're going to move, I think, some of the money maybe out of the RNC that he's been using, or maybe they're going to do something with the funding that changes it. Maybe changing the ruling about, I don't know, about the money that is used. Exactly, Sean. He has no idea, Sean, right? I knew that in the 80s that he was a con man. I can't believe that so many people forgot that are my own age. He was a laughing, a kick in the pants joke. Oh, no joke now. Oh, look, the Fool and the 4 of Cups. So, this new start again. And there is no love here. There is no love. Wow. There is not caring. She's definitely going to turn over a new leaf, y'all. Definitely. With that Wheel of Fortune coming in and the Four of Cups, and she doesn't care all of a sudden. Wow. Yes, exactly. And it also is his personal checkbook, again, because he never spends his own money, doesn't pay people. He always falls out with them. So let's just take note and look to see if Marjorie Taylor Greene in the future at some point doesn't pull back her support. I think if she gets insulted enough, maybe by Loomer, and Trump just lets her more or less do so, I don't think Marjorie's going to like that. She's already upset. And that woman, Marjorie, is like a chihuahua on amphetamines. I mean, seriously, she is not, she gets upset about something, everyone's going to know it. She's got a big, big mouth. That's huge. I wonder who else she'll be joining. Perhaps Lindsey. I bet you anything. Lindsey Graham. And who else? Who else would be saying, oh, well, now I did read that Trump's VP Vance said that he didn't like what her commentary about Kamala, like he's taking a high moral ground. But it doesn't matter because we know that he doesn't give a crap what Vance likes. Yeah, she's like a chihuahua on amphetamines. I'm sorry, it's true. That's the energy to me. Um, her and her assault rifles and all of that business. Now suddenly they don't like it. Well, I shouldn't say that. When guns go off near Trump, I mean, this is happening because he's crazy. He has no real spine. That's what's so funny is they think that he's such a tough guy, but he's such a wimp. Anyway, all right, let's take a look and see how does Melania feel about Miss Loomer? On one hand, I'm sure she's somewhat relieved that it keeps Donald away from her door. Um, we all know that she thinks Donald's a pest. She's always touch, smell. But let's take a look and see what Miss Melania thinks. She's a Taurus, so I'm going to be looking for a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Pentacles here. But let's just see, how does Melania feel about Miss Loomer? And how is that going to play out? Melania. Miss Melania. I'm kind of dialing into her. I like this deck, you guys. It's a good deck. It's working for me tonight anyway. Ooh, the Eight of Cups. This is usually about abandonment or neglect and walking away. I need the other card. The Nine of Pentacles. A lifestyle, wealth, money. This is fancy living. Okay, wait a minute. Walking away from a lifestyle. Walking away from money. See, you know how I said that I get a gut feeling, and you probably do too, that Loomer would like to be Mrs. Trump. and have that access to flying in the jet, to all these goodies. But I think that's going to disappear at some point from her sphere. I think it's just temporary, to be honest. But I don't know. Let me just take a look. So we see a loss here where a comfy life is concerned. And maybe Melania just thinks, well, sweetie, you're just here for the money, like me. But the Four of Swords, pulling back, and the Two of Cups. Interesting. Okay. She's going to push, I think, Donald to pull back from that relationship with the Four of Swords, the Two of Cups. That's how she feels about it. Not happy. She is, I don't think she cares that he's with someone, but it's what she's doing. The Hierophant and the Queen of Cups. This is Ivanka. Ivanka, she knows that if she can get into Ivanka's ear, that Ivanka will counsel her father. Ooh, that leads me right into the next bit. Ivanka. So Ivanka's in there too with Melania. And no, they don't like her. Surprise. Okay, let's see what else it wants to say. The Three of Cups. Little friendship circle here of Melania's. Oh, no. And the Queen of Swords. The Three of Cups. And guess who? Loomer. There's friendship. There's a friendship, not between Melania and Loomer, but she's going to be targeting, I think, her and maybe Ivanka, friends of Loomer. Maybe a couple of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Hierophant can be about marriage, but it can also be about spiritual counsel, usually conservative and traditional. Six of Cups. This is the past, and it can also be children. Now, this is still Melania's reading. The Ten of Cups. I think his children are going to have some influence because of the past. I can say that both, like the oldest three in particularly, Ivanka, Donnie Jr., and what is his name? I just blanked on his name. I could see his face. Eric. So forgetful. Anyway, there's definitely going to be some behind the scenes cat fight here. God, this is so weird. But I'm seeing Melania and Ivanka at least have a common denominator here, and that they don't care for her. And it looks like there's something about her circle, Loomer's circle, that is particularly bothersome to them. Maybe there's something that they're going to be able to manipulate there with Donald. There is justice and the Four of Cups. I don't know. There's a legal issue and there is not caring. So I'm just getting that Melania really doesn't care. But she doesn't want this woman to get her foot in the door to get at the money. at the lifestyle. That's what's showing up. Mm, Justice and the Four of Cups. Sometimes also after the live, and I play it back for purposes of making the next live better, what I can do. I also get insights. So always look in the commentary section after the live because sometimes I'll post and pin further insights. Now, this is Justice and the Four of Cups. Maybe separation. Now, I've always seen her leaving Trump at some point, and it would be post election. And I wonder if this is kind of playing into that again. But Melania is not going, Melania will stay there. She is a fixed sign. She is going to stay there till she doesn't care, obviously, what he does, as long as he doesn't make her look too embarrassed. But there's the devil. Uh-huh. And the emperor, her husband. She knows that he's corrupt. This isn't the first time he's messed around. She knows that this person is temporary. Hi, Northern Light. I will star your question. Sorry, guys. I know I've spent the whole hour here pretty much on this. I will get to the questions now. But this is wild. So she knows that her husband's corrupt and that this is not, she's flavor of the month. I think Melania is pretty confident about her place, but she wants Loomer gone, and so does Ivanka. I get a king of pentacles and two of swords, and I think this is Trump being pushed to eventually make a decision that he doesn't want to make. Now, I did see that he would with double down. The Knight of Pentacles and the five. She has regret about his philandering here. There is regret. I think for the embarrassment, the loss of standing that it gives them. Got it, Lynette. Okay. So that answers the questions that I had down. I'm just going to look now at the future of the Republican Party, and then I'm going to take your questions. And I'm just going to type in that I don't want any more questions being asked right now because I've already gone over time, but I will gladly take the 5 questions I have here. So no more questions tonight. I'll take yours, Sean. Can you rephrase that? Between just rephrase that spelling if you want, so I can make sure to read it correctly. All right. So no more questions. Thank you. All right. Again, it's just enough to be annoying. All right. Let me just pin. Oops. Let me just pin that. I hit the wrong button. All right. Thank you. I've got that, Northern Light. Thank you, Miss Isadora. Got it, Sean. S and I. Okay. Initial S. Got it. Okay. So now we are going to shift to taking 6 questions, and I will do my best to read through those quickly, but hopefully in a way that gives you guys insight. All right. I'm in no rush to go anywhere, but some of you are have work tomorrow, and I don't want to keep you up. So I do appreciate You're being on here tonight with me. Thank you so much, by the way. Oh, and if you would be so kind, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks. All right. So let's begin with the first question, which was from Unicorn and Rainbows. Will I have a good, happy future with the person on my mind? Advice from Spirit on that, please. All right. I'm still going to continue to use this deck because I feel like it's working out. Okay. Will Unicorn and Rainbows have a good future, a happy one, with the person that they have in mind? And I am asking Spirit to be accurate, well, to help me be accurate in reading these symbols truthfully and accurately. Not truthfully, because it's not like I'm going to lie. I'm just not that type of person. What you see is what you get. I don't like lies. I don't like leading people on either. I think it's wrong. So I will tell you honestly what I think. All right. I'm going to make sure I gave it a good shuffle because we did do a lot of political stuff. That was amazing, though. Some nights it's just like that. It's just on. The energy just wants to be read. Okay, so Unicorn Rainbows. Good, happy future with the person they have in mind. Let's see what we get. I get the Knight. Hope I have the deck right. I'm getting the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, the King of Pentacles. So this makes me think maybe this is a male that you're thinking of. And the Six of Cups. Was there a past with this individual? Because there's something that's important that Spirit is showing about the past with the King of Pentacles. He may not be an earth sign, but he might just be influenced by that kind of energy in this instance. Let me just see. Okay. Oh, hold on. I'm going to get a drink. I should have drank more than this. Okay. So we're getting the King of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So I'm being, again, something about the past with the King of Pentacles. And there is a future because this is about growth ahead, yet to happen. And it is the beginning of growth. No, I wasn't. Oh, sorry. No problem, Unicorn and Rainbows. This doesn't have to be, this might just be somebody that's connected to this person, maybe even. But is there a male figure that connected the two of you or that you had in common or like a friend? Because this is the past and I am being shown a male energy. And you get the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. That's really interesting. So there is going to be some kind of growth. And this feels very innocent, not sexual, by the way. This feels definitely, in this case, more like a friend, like a brother. Okay. I don't know. Just keep that in mind. But I am getting that maybe they're going to help you with regard to this person because I do see some kind of growth that occurs. And maybe it's through a friendship of the past that I know it sounds crazy, but that somehow affects your future and expanding growth. There is the Tower and the Star. So I do see some sort of rebuilding of one's life, throwing out what doesn't work, and with the star, it means there's hope. This is a good thing. So I think that there's going to be some topsy-turvy things with regard to this person. But I think that the good thing is that you will be changing inauthentic aspects of the way you've been living with the star and the tower and changing that foundation. So I think your life is definitely looks with the star is promise, is hopeful, despite any kind of challenge with the tower. Things will be bright. And there's growth. You get the 2 and the 3. There's going to be a lot of growth happening. Maybe over the next, possibly, I would say, if it isn't months, it could be years, 2 to 3. But I'm going to say more like, I feel like 2 years, maybe within 2 years is really striking me as significant for you. And we're getting life changes. It could be because we're all a mixture, all of us, of both. And some of us just kind of carry some more than the other. But this one feels more like a brotherly energy. It's or a friend, it's very platonic type of energy. It's innocent. Um and there's some kind of growth. Anyway, just keep it in mind. It might be one of those things that makes sense later. But I definitely feel like where this person's concerned, there is changing one's life so that you're living more authentically, whatever that means, because the tower makes us pull down what is um, a build up that we've thought was a part of who we were, and there's a change. It's significant. It's good, and you get growth. The 5 of Wands, this can be arguing or fighting, and the Sun. There could be some issues with conflict, things that you have to face, challenges that you face with this. But you get a lot of light, and it feels to me like if you can face this when it comes, I feel that you're going to handle it in the long term in a way that is just phenomenal. It will really, you have some serious changes coming up in your life, and it is for the better. But there's some bumpy road there with regard to this person that you need to be aware of. Just shelve this for right now, okay? Unicorns, rainbows. We do get the devil and the 2 of pentacles. There could be some negative attachments. Now, this could mean that somebody, maybe this person might be needing to make some changes once again. Maybe these changes aren't all on you, but maybe it's more with them. I don't know. But all I can say is there's going to be changes where there's any kind of a negative attachment. Can be like negative self-thinking, this kind of stuff. Just as much of a negative attachment as an addiction. We can be addicted to not thinking well enough of ourselves, or loving ourselves, maybe having low esteem. Maybe that's part of this person's problem, and maybe that's what they need to rebuild and rebuild. Maybe it's a problem that you have with esteem. I don't know. But I feel like there is looking at these in the bright light of day with the sun and what's been tripping you up. What is a conflict? And feeling a bit trapped. And the 8 of Wands. I think you're going to be leaving a way of living that's made you feel trapped, stuck, like prevents you from this future with this person, perhaps. And it looks like you're doing some shadow work before this relationship can shift into place. And that's good because that's what you want. Don't worry about that. The Six of Pentacles, this is help, and the Chariot, and you move. You may actually physically move. Maybe the two of you will move because there's help in that Six of Pentacles, and there's helping each other. All right. Let me just pull a few more. I want to know some clarifier about the male card, the male energy card, the King of Pentacles. Let me see. Which one should I grab? And thank you, Night Owls, for being up with me. Which one? One of my small ones. Oh, there's my phone. Okay. I'm going to use the Soprafino Tarot deck just to get a clarifier on that king. What do we need to know about that King of Pentacles? And that past. Something with the past. Do you have a sibling? Because that can be the past, but it can also be childhood, siblings, children. So unicorns and rainbows. Is your brother, do you have a brother, or just curious? Let me just see. Who is this King of Pentacles for unicorn and rainbows? So it looks like there's some bumpy road work, shadow work. Ugh. Let me just get this for you. If this is certain past people, I'm thinking leave them in the past. Maybe that's what that means. I hate being reminded of certain things. It's like I feel like people just don't get or understand some things, neither do I. Okay. Maybe that's what, maybe that person will be put in the past. I am really closed for the night, but I will take yours. If you don't mind waiting, you will be the very last one, angelic nymph. I'm such a soft touch. So if you have it and you can stay up late, I'm about into the third person. So I do. But if you can post that real quick, I will take it. But I'm not taking any more than that because I'll be up too late. I'm such a sucker. Anyway, I want clarity on the King of Pentacles. Okay, it's some kind of a hang up. It is something that causes a delay or a need in a different perspective, all right? Knowledge, knowing sacrifice, and then we get victory. I do think that some kind of a sticking point will be overcome, and maybe to do with somebody in the past, just by the way of these two cards. But there might be a little bit of a delay. Okay, angelic nymph. Chariot. And I'm getting restricted. Okay, this could have been somebody that was very controlling about somebody moving forward and going out in the world, being themselves. Got it, angelic nymph. Letting go. And the Hermit. Yeah, it is good to let that go. You might know how this will figure in, and you move on. And this is, again, a very introspective card. And as you said, you think your own way. You're a free thinker. And you let go of things, which is smart, that are of no use to you. This is, I'm sorry, Unicorn and Rainbows. All right. So this is definitely somebody from the past, but it's somebody that is going to need to be released. And there might be a little sticking point there with that, but I think it will happen because it says letting go. That's all I needed to know. So I do see it, but it looks to me like there's some shadow aspects to be worked out, and there is a release of past. There might be a move, and it just looks like a tremendous amount of growth and expansion for you and this person. Let me know how that goes, Unicorn and Rainbows. Don't be scared off by the cards because it's just the hard work for a better life, an improved situation. And that's the truth when you get the Tower like that. Okay, Lynette, you and the coworker, how will this play out? Lynette and this coworker. Let me know, did you find out anything more about the person that aimed a gun at you when you were driving? I've got to pop this back onto the line. Okay. There's some tension between coworker and you at a job. How will this play out? For Lynette. Oh, that wasn't you. Sorry, Lynette. For some reason, I had it in my mind it was you. I'm sorry, Kim. I really have stopped taking questions this evening because I'm already way over time. But please come back with that if you don't get it answered by another reader next Sunday, and I will be doing that. Okay, I get the Four of Swords and the Two of Cups. I get peace. I get peace. This is good. And I get support from somebody that really makes you feel good with the Two of Cups. So the Four of Swords means this gets, it might get shelved for a moment, but I do think that the outcome with the Four of Swords is all about peace. Let me just pull a couple more. We get the Moon. This is the fear and anxiety, okay? And we get the High Priestess. It's over things that have yet to play out, obviously, in secrets, hidden things. But I get the Four of Swords. Don't worry card with the Two of Cups. The Star. Things will be okay. That would be awesome, Kim. I'm sorry I couldn't take it tonight, but I really had to say, oh, I'll be up here all night. And I would love to read for you next Sunday if you'd be so good to come back with your question. Thank you. The Star and the Knight of Pentacles. There's going to be an offer, Lynette, and that somebody's going to make. And I think that this will be very welcomed. This will bring perhaps things down, from the simmer that was happening. Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. And there will be growth. This is good with the Three of Wands into the future. There is expansion, maybe more understanding. And that Ace of Pentacles, that to me is, I wonder if they'll have them maybe work with a different group of people or something, maybe put them in a different area. That's a possible thing with this, but regardless, I feel like the energy at work will get better here. And there's going to be a new start, a new footing. And, so something's definitely going to change, and it changes for the better. So I'm so sorry about the tension. Lots of passive aggression and assuming that you'll pick up the slack because you don't have kids. That's rude. I have kids, but I have never, ever thought that. Youch. Attendance. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think that with the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups, you're going to end up satisfied. I feel like maybe this is HR saying there are rules that you have to follow. You cannot put this much work on other people. I see the Three of Pentacles working in collaborating with people at work, and the Ace of Wands. So you got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands with work. I think that there's going to be something new, and it looks better. I think there's some kind of change. It might, and that's what it kind of looks like to me between that Four of Swords, which is kind of like sometimes if the best thing is just to pull back and let somebody do what they're going to do and let the pieces fall where they do. Not otters. You don't work with otters. Well, otters are affected. Morale, I'm sure, gets affected. So I really feel justice and the Eight of Swords is coming. So justice, balance to this situation is coming, and it will accelerate. There's activity happening, speeding up. The Seven of Wands and the Page of Cups. Looks good. I think the people need to understand with the Seven of Wands about how much you already have task-wise. There's the Chariot and the Two of Pentacles. So there's going to be some juggling at work. I do. I wonder if they're going to move this person or shift some things around, change it up so that, I don't know, that it diffuses. But that's what I get, a sense of diffusion. I would tell them that too, Renee. And you know what? I think that it matters, and letting them know that morale is being affected by this individual is important. I do see things working out, thank goodness, because there's nothing worse than that. Well, that's one of the worst things. All right. Rain, mountains, then it'll be Northern Light, Sean G, and Angelic Nymph. Okay. And that will be probably put us at 2 hours. Okay. Is my friend, but it depends on the readings. Is my friend Steve. I remember Steve. Dramatic Steve and his drama girlfriend. Are they going to stay together? I don't think so. That was just, but you never know. Some people are addicted to drama. And they have those love-hate relationships. And are they going to be one of those sets of people that stay together, but they just have love-hate? Let me just see. Let me just shift over to that again. For some reason, the cards just feel like, yeah, just keep using this deck right now for this. Okay. So, is Steve and Valentina, well, that was her name, right? I can't believe I remember it. Are they going to break up? Get the Wheel of Fortune. This is change. I think so. And the moon. Mm-hmm. Too much darkness, too much suspicion, too much fear, too much insecurity, and deceit. There's a lack of being upfront. There's a lot of games and confusion. The Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Something very quickly. News comes in here. Moves very swiftly. And that Six of Pentacles can be about money, about helping somebody financially, about the give and take. Maybe he's going to realize that, is he helping too much? Is there a financial matter involved here? The Hermit and the Nine of Wands. He's going to end up on his own. And look at the boundaries he's got around himself here. He's going to feel like he got stung. So, I see him, yeah, yeah. There's going to be some kind of betrayal, maybe even a love triangle, potentially with that Three of Swords. Definitely heartbreak, and a sense like somebody did you wrong. And I don't like the cards, the world. It means like that's an end. It is the completion. The world is the last card in the deck. And I see him being free, but he's going to be put through the ringer from this relationship. I don't see it lasting. No. Okay. On to Northern Light. Will Namisha and Sumit break up this year? Okay. Let me just look at the comments for a second. Yeah. I think that, Lynette, I just real quickly, yeah, I think that this might be something that is going to work out without a lot of effort on your part. I think the main thing is to do whatever you need to do to keep your mental peace, and pulling back, staying away from, withdraw to fight another day. Okay. Now, sorry, Northern Light, all yours, right here, right now. Will Namisha and Sumit break up this year? I get a yes. That just came to me intuitively, but let me just see with the cards. And I remember who these two are from last week. Okay. I get the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of delusion in this relationship. There's possible gaslighting going on as well. Let me just see. Eight of Wands. Upping that gaslighting going on. There is confusion. Huh. Eight of Cups. Walking away. Yep. Yes. Someone's going to walk away from the relationship. It's just not come to pass yet. There's things that have yet to come to pass with the High Priestess that are being hidden right now, that haven't played out, but he will walk away. He's going to learn some things that she's been keeping secret. The King of Cups and the Emperor. A father may play a role in encouraging them to walk away, unless this is the guy himself, but I do get the Emperor. And I do feel like it's a father type figure. I think that the father, this man's father, is going to not like this person, not like her. Hmm. The magician. Maybe he thinks she's manipulative. Um, and the Three of Pentacles. Definitely feels like there's a group of people that are working to get this Sumit away from her. One of them could be a father figure, could be like a grandfather, an uncle, a dad, um, somebody he would respect. And I think they're going to point out how he's being manipulated, gaslighted. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Something that's being repeated, offers all the time, coming constantly in contact, coming is, oh gosh, I hope she doesn't stalk. Would she stalk the lovers? And the Five of Pentacles, not good. This guy is going to feel like when he's with Namisha, he doesn't feel well. He feels less self-assured. His mood goes into the toilet. You know, it's not a good headspace. They're not good for each other. Um, I do see it ending. Yeah. I think he's going to have other men talking to him about, oh, Microdot, I'm so sorry. I will have to take that next week. I've run over time for tonight, but if you would don't get that question, thank you for subscribing, by the way. Um, if you don't get another reader to answer a question that you have, I'm here every Sunday night. But you might want to pop in around 7 o'clock to make sure your questions get read. Um, so sorry about that. Okay. Oh, thank you, Rain Mountains. Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you for subscribing. Okay, so Namisha and Sumit will break up. Okay, Sean G. Oops, that was kind of the one that you wrote that didn't. Oh, well. Here we go. All right. What is the future between S and I? Okay. Well, let me just see. All right, let me shift decks because I just want to, for the sake of freshening, let's go back to the Soprafina. Thank you guys for being such troopers with this long live. I usually try to keep it at about an hour and a half, but this has gone on longer tonight. And I did start a few minutes late. So let's just see. Okay, Sean and you. Sean G. Oh, sorry, that's your name. S and U. Between Sean and S. What does that future look like? What does that look like ahead? What's on the horizon for Sean and S? Okay, let's see what we get. We get the Two of Pentacles. So this is some juggling. This also says routine up here. And we get the Seven of Cups. So what is this that we are juggling? Is this daydreaming? The Seven of Cups can also be about options and remembering that you're not stuck to one way or one method or means, just kind of keeping open. There's other choices available with the Seven of. So looking at choices, you guys looking at choices, juggling finances maybe, or maybe even actual physical places. It's almost sometimes I feel like intuitively this might be two different places. I don't know if you're going to be looking for a place in the future together, but something that you'll be considering, it will be very important for you to remember that there's more than one way to do it. Don't let anyone make you feel stuck. I don't know why I want to say that, but or in the way of like, oh, we can't go or what. It's like remember that you have options while you are juggling things. Keep flexible, okay? This is somehow important. And we do get adventure and we get the King of Pentacles. Um, there's that King of Pentacles again, guys. He also can represent prosperity, but I feel like this is somebody that you would be having an adventure with. And there's introspection with the Hermit. And maybe, let me just pull another one with that. Charity with the Six of Pentacles and the Hermit. Helping each other. Money's moving back and forth between you and this person. Finances. You're working on something. But to be independent with the Hermit and unique, it could be work, helping this person with work. So I do see you together. Oh, wow. How did I miss all the chit chat? You live in two different cities. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Because my brain felt like it's two different points. And I felt like a dog. Huh? But yeah, okay. So just remember that with regard to these two places, you're not bound by having to choose one place over the other. There's other things, other options. And there is some kind of adventure ahead with this fellow. And I'm getting juggling finances, like I said, figuring out a way to do something. And I get confident with the Queen of Wands and new love. So yeah, there's love between the two of you, possibly a move or some changes with finances to fund something that's important to you guys, maybe a move, maybe even down payment on a place, an apartment, or a place to live in some regard. It feels like that to me. You do get the moon and hope. So though that there's fears and insecurities right now that you may have and uncertainty, you also have the star, which says you got hope here. There's something positive that's going to play out. So just remember that through difficult times. So you've got a good situation. I think there's a hope and that you give each other a positive mindset. And it looks like you guys will work well together. I like that energy of like, okay, we're going to figure this out. Okay. Abundance with the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, and it's also about making a plan with that Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So you'll go from that two that we started with the beginning of the reading, and here you already have the three. I'm sorry, here you have the three, and then here you have the seven. A plan to, I feel like, expand finances. It might include other people, but there will be enough money at the end of the day for whatever the two of you are up to. There's an abundance that you need to remember and allow, a, you know, work with groups of people. Maybe this is a new job for him or something, but I think it's going to turn out really well. It looks really good, Sean. I'm not quite sure what that's about. Maybe you can come back and let me know. But usually with the pentacles, it deals with job, finances, material goods, actual physical places like the two pentacles. So with that two going to the three, maybe the two of you are going to move to another place that is neither where you're at or he's at right now. Keep praying. Keep praying. And, ask God to help you with the blind points that you have, because we all have them. I'm just saying from personal experience, for ahead, because it shows that despite you've got guidance to appeal to and you've got the star, that's also spiritual guidance. Keep praying. It's helpful. It looks good. All right. We getting there, folks. Angelic nymph. Last and right at 1:53, 1 hour and 53 minutes. So I about timed it right. Probably go over a little bit. All right, angelic nymph. What's up with Angel's energy towards me in the sense of, is he thinking of contacting me? Oh, I'm so glad you're still here, angelic nymph. By the way, if you all, since this is the last reading of the night, if you haven't already thumbed up the live, I would appreciate it if you would. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Isadora. I'm getting better, with doing these readings for people like this. It really does help my intuitive aspect of reading go hand in hand with the knowledge of the symbology, which has been very exciting. I love the tarot. Okay. All right, Angel. I like his name. Okay, has he been, you get those funny things where, like, you haven't heard it from a friend in a really long time, and all of a sudden you get a really powerful moment of them in your mind, and you're like, "Hey, Ash, I'm just about ready to close down the live. I'm doing good. I'm tired, but I'm happy camper." Um, so I feel like sometimes we pick up on that. Let's just see if that's what is happening here for you, angelic nymph. What's Angel's thing? Are you on his mind? Are you on his mind? Are you going to be hearing from him? I would expect to get something like the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords, heck, even the Page of Swords. But let's just see what we get. Is he going to be in contact? I hope you're good, Ash. Successful. The Nine of Pentacles. Contentment, satisfaction. So I say yes. This is a yes. It's some old coworker of mine who was quite messy when it came to girls. Well, we have him feeling like he's been successful and loyalty. What's up with that? The Nine of Wands. Two nines. Hmm. Finance, though. Money and some kind of boundaries. Cool. Because the Nine of Wands to me also, despite it saying loyalty, to me is about really protecting your boundaries. Maybe it's a message of protect your boundaries and you'll be very content. Honestly. Oh, I'm sorry, SM. This is the last question of the night, but please, if you're willing to come back next Sunday and around 7 o'clock West Coast time, Pacific time, I can read your question unless you get another reader in between then. Just come back because this is the last reading for the night. I'm so sorry. Um, we get strength, wheel of fortune. Something changes here. Yeah, keep your boundaries. Again, strength is really about fortitude, and it is quiet strength, but it is very firm. Be very firm. Page of Wands, yes. And the 10, otherwise he's going to drain you. I think he might try and contact or talk. And how you said how he was so messy, yeah. He wants, I think, to bore the pants off of somebody. Because it shows that he feels overwhelmed and he has a great deal of enthusiasm. I don't know. There may be some sort of changes that he wants to share, but you know what I get? Guard yourself. You don't need to be drained by this person. Burdens, and we get the star reverse, despair. I don't usually get reversals. I don't think he's in a very good headspace. I think it's really important to guard your boundaries. And if you do offer him any advice, it would be also about boundaries for him to work on them. West Coast. Yeah, I stay up pretty darn late, Microdot, but just for the sake of giving decent readings, I keep it to between 8 and 10. And the longer I'm on here, I can't say that I am going to be always real confident about the quality of my reading. That's why I like to make sure oh God, balance and hardship. Okay. You know what? It's going to get worked out. There is an excess, and temperance and balance say work this mess out with the Five of Pentacles, feeling low, depressed, and just not feeling on the outside like an outsider. That's kind of sad, pathetic, but like maybe don't drain people if you want people to listen to you. I have no time to be drained. I have gotten to where I tell family members, don't do that to me. I'm getting better with being more, you know, protective of my boundaries because I like to help people. I want to help you. I don't like telling people, no, I can't read for you. And thank you for subscribing, SM. I do hope that you will come back and I can read for you. For those that didn't get their questions read. Knight of Swords. Yeah. Torment. He's having issues. Suffering. Please do. I do it every Sunday, Microdot. 6:45 around then. Sometimes I'm a little late, but I have some medical issues and that can kind of delay me a little bit, but usually I'm quite timely. So that's what I have. let me just ask Angelic Nymph what Spirit's advice is besides your boundaries with this individual. You're welcome. I'm so sorry. People did this kind of stuff to me because I'm a people pleaser. I do. I like people to be happy. Thank you for welcoming SM. I look forward to reading for you, SM, and everyone that I couldn't read for tonight. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm very grateful. There's a lot of tarot readers out there, so I appreciate your subscribing. See, I need to finish, but let's just see and end it with this. What does Spirit want to say with regard to this guy that you worked with? Work with? What's the word? Okay. If I got, oh, I'm holding the deck the wrong way. Okay, Page of Swords, which can be observant. Now it says open-minded, yes, that too. But watchfulness is the key with this. Observing. What do you notice? Okay, that's an important tool to use with this individual. Trust your intuition. You're not going to win. You won't be able to help him defeat. Maybe he doesn't want. Okay, I'm just getting this. I think he just wants to whine and dump on somebody. Because the Five of Wands is it? No, it's the Five of death, transformation. There's going to be a change, an ending, and meditation with the Four of Swords. Yeah, that was the Five of Swords with defeat. He needs to go through this dark night of the soul. This is important. This little death he's going to experience. It's transformative. And he might finally pull back into himself with this Four of Swords to heal long term. But it is definitely a withdrawal. And I would say definitely withdraw and protect your own boundaries and suggest that he did the same. I am juggling a lot. It is really hard for me to do because I am kind of scattered and God help me. With Pisces, moon and rising, and I'm a Virgo. So thank God for the Virgo. It's the one that holds the part of me that holds it all down. But definitely, I do juggle quite a bit. I'm glad that that was helpful, Angelic Nymph. It's important. So, perspective is everything. And that's what I find with the cards is that it's really helped me in areas where I didn't feel like I could go to anybody else but the cards. And, I put this deck in the wrong box. The tarot has made a huge positive healing difference in my life. If you respect it, it is a tool to access our own inner knowing, which we all have. When we come down into a body, the human body just can't keep and hold all of that knowledge yet. So we have the veil of forgetfulness. And we just need to remember through the tarot and other means, meditation, what we already know, but it's just kind of hidden. It's there. The truth is out there. Anyway, thanks, you guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you next Sunday. Same time, same place. Thank you so much. Thumbs up, please. Good night.